Stop buying texture molds. This snakeskin pattern is from a cheap placemat. Quick frame, silicone pour, and wait for the peel. Let's make it together. Hello guys, welcome to LisinCult Resin Lab, where we turn simple materials into unexpected results. I'm Lida, and this is a two-part video series. In part 1, we are basically stealing a texture, using silicone rubber to capture the pattern from a simple placemat and turn it into a reusable silicone texture sheet. Then in part 2, we will use that sheet to create a finished resin piece. Let's dive in. For part 1, it all starts with the placemat. Choose a real raised embossed texture, not just a printed pattern, because silicone only copies what it can really fit. My placemat has a beautiful snakeskin pattern and the texture comes through really clearly. And one more thing, make sure the placemat is firm and sit flat, not soft or bendy, so it stays level and the silicone releases clearly once it cures. You can use the whole placemat or cut the exact shape you want. And that's the shape we will use for part 2. Next, for a clear silicone texture sheet, we need the mother mold. It's basically just a simple frame. It holds the silicone in place and helps us control the thickness. This is my handmade one. I cut my placemat into an oval shapes because it was already old. The setup is easy. The placemat is the base of the mold, and then I place a strip of clear plastic around the edge to create the wall. And I seal the outside with a hot glue so nothing leaks. If you want more tips on making handmade molds or working with silicone rubbers, check my mold making playlist, link in description box. Now the real star of this tutorial is silicone rubber. It's a two-part material, part A and part B, and just like resin, the mixing ratio is not negotiable. So check the label, measure accurately, and don't guess. The nice thing is silicone captures tiny details. Every little line shows up, so the texture comes out super crisp. That's exactly what we're doing here, copying the snakeskin pattern of the placemat into a thin, flexible silicone sheet. Alright, let's mix and pour. This mother mold is about 20 centimeters by 27.5 centimeters, and I'm aiming for a silicone sheet about 4 millimeters thick. So I need roughly 200 grams of silicone mixture. But if you are making only a flexible insert, you can pour about 2 or 3 millimeters instead, which uses less silicone. But because I want this as a proper mold base, I'm going for 4 millimeters. My silicone has a 1-to-1 mixing ratio, so I mix 100 grams of part A and 100 grams of part B. Now mix it slowly for an even mixture. Stir it in one direction, scrape the sides and bottom. Gently tap the cup on the table to bring any bubbles up to the surface. Okay, it's ready to pour. Before I pour, I place a thin wooden board under the mold. That's where I can tap it afterward to help trap bubbles rise without touching the silicone walls or pulling anything loose. Pour the silicone mixture slowly and spread it into an even layer. Then gently tap or shake the board to bring up any hidden bubbles. Check the surface and pop any bubbles you spot. Now cover it and let it cure. But one important point, every silicone cures a little differently, so just check the label and follow the timing your silicone brand recommends. And a quick tip, sometimes the silicone looks cured, but the surface still feels a little tacky. Don't panic, just give it more time and it usually clears up. To be on a safe side, I personally leave mine for 1 or 2 days. Then I will come back and we will demold it. Okay, the silicone sheet is fully cured and no tackiness at all. Let's demold it and see the results. But before demolding, let me tell you an important point. Some people brush silicone oil on the base of the mold before pouring the silicone to help release, but it can mess with curing. If you need an easier release, use a proper mold release, put down a packing tape barrel, or just choose a silicone-friendly surface. Alright, let's demold it. First lift one edge, then slowly peel it back. Very gently, don't stretch the sheet. Look at this. Every detail came true. The snakeskin pattern is perfect. Even the tiny lines and that micro texture. It's basically a copy of the Placemat, but now it's a flexible sheet, we can use it again and again. That crisp finish is exactly why silicone is so satisfying. So cool. And the best part? You can use this method to copy almost any embossed pattern and make your own reusable texture sheets for resin art. Let's sum it up with the essentials. Pick a placemat or any silicone-friendly with an embossed texture. Build a shallow mother mold and make sure it is perfectly level. Double-check the silicone ratio on the label and measure accurately. Mix slowly, scrape the sides and the bottom and tap your cup to release bubbles. Let it cure completely before demolding. If it still feels tacky, just give it more time. Keep this point in mind and you will get a clean, detailed silicone sheet every time. Alright guys, that is for part 1. But we are not done yet. This is just the 2. The real fun is in part 2, where we will use this silicone sheet to make a finished resin piece. Part 2 is linked in description. See you there.